Hey everyone, welcome and welcome back to the channel. Trust you all are good. It's weekend and I want to prep meals for the family. I want to prepare about three soups and stew, and I want you guys to cook with me. We are going to be making delicious meals and I believe you're going to enjoy watching. So please stay and watch to the end of this video, and also don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up. My name is Oge and you're welcome to my kitchen. Let's get started. I'll start by washing and prepping my meats. I already washed the meat before I transferred it into the freezer, but before using it, I love to wash it one more time. And this meat has been out of the freezer for about 6 to 7 hours. That is such a long time because I wanted it to defrost completely. Let me know in the comments, how do you defrost your meat? How do you get it to defrost really fast? Because waiting for 6 to 7 hours is such a long time. I'll separate the meat before I wash it one more time, and while at it, I'll cut off all the unwanted parts, like the fatty parts that I feel like is not necessary for the meals I'm about to make. And I'll also divide the ones that are so big. If you're stopping by for the first time today, hello, a warm welcome to you. My name is Oge. Kindly consider subscribing to be a part of this amazing family, and also turn on the post notification so you're among the first to get notified whenever I put out a new video. Subscription is free and you get value for your time. I can promise you that. A big shout out to my amazing and returning subscribers. You guys are the real MVPs. Thank you for always coming through for me. Thank you for always coming back to watch me. Without you guys, I wouldn't be here on YouTube. So I'm truly grateful for your support, for your likes, your shares, and your beautiful comments. After washing the meat, I'll proceed to clean my work surface. Like I'll always say, I take this part very, very serious to prevent cross contamination. To season my beef, I'll go in with some roughly blended peppers, seasoning cubes, and salt. Whenever I'm seasoning meats for soups, I don't add spices, especially whenever I'm making oha soup. If I'm using this for just egusi soup or okra soup, I might add onion. But because I'll be using part of this beef to prepare my oha soup, I won't add onion or any other spices. I'll let it steam for about 5 minutes without adding any liquid, and then I'll go in with enough water to cook until it is like 90% cooked. Once the meat is ready, I will divide it into two. I'll use one portion to prepare my oha soup and use the other portion to prepare my egusi soup. So while this is going on, while the beef is cooking, I'll proceed to prepare the rest of my ingredients. And here I have my fresh okra. From the video, you can tell that the okra is looking so green and fresh. I'll proceed to wash this multiple times and I'll add salt to the water. The salt will help kill germs if there is any, which in most cases there is because of how it is being processed and transported. I'll slice some of the okra and I'll use my hand grater to grate some. Let me share a quick tip with you. This tip is tested and trusted. I've been using it and it works for me every time. If you want your okra soup to be very slimy, then I will highly recommend that you blend some or use your manual grater to grate some. These grated ones will help the soup to become very, very slimy. This is tested and trusted. And also, the freshness of your okra also determines greatly on how it's going to taste and how slimy the okra is going to be. So always go for the very fresh and green okra. If you're not planning to use it on the same day you got it, then you can refrigerate it and use it the next day or maybe 2 days after. That way it is still very fresh and green and you will get the best out of it. For my oha soup, my ofa oha, I have fresh oha leaves and fresh uziza leaves. The oldies on this channel will know that I love using uziza leaves whenever I'm making oha soup. You can use a combination of uziza leaves and uziza seed or can use either of them, but I love to use the leaf. I'm going to show you how I prepare my oha leaves. We don't use knife to cut this because knife marks will make the leaves dark and we don't do that. So what we do is to simply get a few leaves and then using the tip of your fingers, you just divide it. So simple, you don't need a lot. This doesn't require so much. It's simple as shown in the video. Just take a few leaves and divide with your hands. Once I'm done prepping the oha leaves, I'll proceed to prepare my uziza leaf and I'll start by taking it out from the stalk and then I'll wash it properly before slicing. This is ugu leaves and I'll use this to prepare my okra soup. It's called fluted pumpkin in English. I'll wash this with salt. You can also use vinegar to wash your vegetables. There are lots of vegetables to choose from whenever you want to make okra soup, but for this recipe, I want to use ugu leaves. You can use uziza leaves for your okra soup and you can also use bitter leaf. I've tasted okra soup made with bitter leaf. It's actually tasty, though it's not my favorite, but it's not bad. It actually tastes really nice. So after slicing up my vegetables, I'll set them aside and move on to the next one. The next ingredient I have here is mackerel fish and I'll use it to prepare my okra soup. I love the taste of mackerel in okra soup. Who agrees with me that mackerel fish complements okra soup really well? Let me know in the comments section. The person that thought about this combination holds a special place in my heart because this combination is the bomb. I love it so much. I'll cut the fish into my preferred sizes before proceeding to gut it properly and also wash it. If you've watched up to this point, thank you so much for staying with me. You're truly amazing and I'm so grateful. Kindly help the channel grow by giving the video a thumbs up. It will help get the video to a wider audience. And also share it out to your family and friends. Thank you. These are some of the ingredients that I'll use to prepare my soups. I have my palm oil, red oil, and this is dry fish, also known as mangala. You guys know I love using this to make soups. This adds a lot of taste to soups, and I don't miss this whenever I'm making soup. This is ogiri, which is called fermented locust bean in English. I have my blended egusi. I have about 4 cups of egusi here. This is my finely chopped okra. I also have ogbono, blended ogbono. So this is my dry pepper, blended dry pepper. This is ogiri. This is how they wrap it here in Abuja. This is my deboned spanla fish, which is called hakefish in English. This is my fresh oha leaves. I also have my uziza leaves here, my finely chopped ugu leaves, crayfish powder. I have a lot of crayfish in here. And this is my grated okra. This is my ede, my blended ede, which is cocoyam, and it was frozen. So here are some of the ingredients that could make it to this table. I'll show you the rest as the video progresses. So the first soup I'm going to prepare is my egusi soup, and I already have my palm oil, onion. I just added pepper and my blended locust bean. This is not a detailed food video. If you want the detailed videos, I'm going to link them in the description box because I have all the soups on the channel. So this is not a detailed video, but I hope you enjoy watching all the same. So I just want to fry the egusi for a little bit. I don't want it lumpy. I just want to fry it for a few minutes. So I've just added my cooked beef and I'll keep stirring until it comes together. I've also added water into it. At this point, I'm going in with my mangala fish. I decided to add more crayfish powder. I already added my seasoning off camera. So I'm going to give that a good stir until they combine properly. I added water to help loosen up the soup because it was looking so thick. I'll stir properly after adding water into the soup, cover and I'll allow it to cook for about 15 minutes and then I'll go in with my uziza leaves. I'll cook the uziza leaves for about 2 minutes before adding my ugu leaves. Once I've added the ugu leaf, the soup is like 100% cooked because I'll let this simmer for just 2 minutes. Egusi soup has to be one of the most popular and tastiest soups in Nigeria because it's always a hit. I present to you this delicious pot of egusi soup. Moving on, the next soup on our list is okra soup. I also added ogbono to this. This soup is almost ready because I've added most of the ingredients off camera. I just added my chopped okra. I'll give it a good stir until they combine properly and then I'll taste and adjust my seasoning. After tasting, I decided to go in with more crayfish powder and a little salt. I'll stir and allow the okra to cook for about 3 minutes before going in with my ugu leaves. Once I've added the leaves, I'll give that a gentle stir until the leaves are well incorporated into the soup. It's not everyone that likes thick soup and it's also not everyone that likes runny soup. So add water into your soup according to how you want the consistency of your soup to be. I'll introduce the mackerel fish back into the pot of soup because I took it out earlier to prevent it from scattering inside my pot of soup. So once I've added this back into the pot, I'll give it a gentle stir, cover the pot and I'll let it simmer for about 2 minutes. After about 2 minutes, our delicious pot of okra soup will be ready. Let me know in the comments, guys, which is your favorite Nigerian soup? I would love to know. also prepared this jollof spaghetti that tasted really, really delicious. We've come to the end of this video and I hope you enjoyed watching. Please like the video, share it out, leave me your beautiful comments and also subscribe to the channel if you're yet to do so. Thank you for stopping by and I would love to see you all in my next one. Bye!